It's another beautiful segment of Daybreak interview where we ask questions to get individual opinion on a particular subject matter. I am Bidemi Moses, and today we'll be talking about art. Yes, we want to look into creative art, and we want to provide insight into the artistry work. And my guest for today is Adegoke Simeon, and Simeon is an artist, and he will be talking to us about artwork, painting, pencil work, drawing, and what have you. So my guest is here with me this morning. Good morning, Simeon.
Good morning.
I must say, apart from you having a beautiful artwork in your studio, you look so handsome too.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
All right. To start with, how did you discover your talent, or how did you come about being an artist?
I started this art as something, to me, art is more than a profession. To me, art is a career. Art is something you are born with. And I started art at a very tender age, when I was still very little. And I will always say, this art of a thing is what I hijacked from my brother. I have a senior brother.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something I hijacked from him. He started this art, though. So with time, though, he has switched to music, but he showed me some ways at a very tender age. So I took the path, and we thank God today I'm into art fully.
Anyway, for him switching from art to music,
Yeah.
he's still in that creative
Yeah.
institute. Anyway, what inspired your own creativity?
Art, basically, I am art. Art is something that, even though I get inspired with every single thing I see. I hate seeing blank spaces.
Whoa.
Yeah. Me looking at a blank space, I'll just feel like this space could be occupied. And I've that kind of motive since when I was young, and up to this present moment. I just hate seeing blank spaces. When I see blank spaces, I feel like filling them up. So I think that is just the basic motivation I have.
That's a
That, yeah.
That's a good one. But if I may ask, out of all the profession we have in this world, because you already said art is more than profession, it's an act.
Yeah.
Out of all the profession in this world, why did you choose art?
Arts. Though, when I was in secondary school, I could remember I really wished I could be a medical doctor, and that's what my mom was in support of, because my family we love education. So when I was planning to go into art, they were like, art of all profession. I was a science student then.
Okay.
So my mom felt like, how will you leave a science course, and it seems like someone derailed, like leaving some science into art. So it was so tedious for me to the extent I had to find. I searched for admission for like 4 years. So it got to a point that people started telling me, you love art. Why don't you just chase what your passion goes for? And I was like, art. At first, I was like, art. How will I live with art? How will I live with? You people are talking just because this is what you are seeing. Yeah, you see what I do, and you felt like, okay, this could be your future ambition. I felt like art, come on. But with time, I felt like, okay, let me just try. Let me go into what I have passion for. Then I started art.
Your parents wanted to be a doctor,
Yeah.
which you yourself you love so much.
Yeah.
And in this present dispensation, we observe that majority of our parents, they always want us to either be a doctor,
Yeah,
be
a
a
lawyer.
lawyer, be a banker. They just want us to have that job with that big name.
Yeah.
But when you walk into the world of art, I'm very, very optimistic. Your parents, especially your mom, will want to disagree with you because, all our mom, they always want to call his son is a doctor, his son is a lawyer. What was it like then?
At first, it was like a tug of war. Though she supported me, he said, okay, fine. If art is what you really want to do, then you can go into art. Then let's see. That kind of. So I felt like, okay, I'll go into this art and I will make sure I never disappoint anybody. When I got the admission, I started, and it was, because it's something of my passion. Everything I do seems easy. When people see artists, they think, okay, artists is just about painting, just sketch and make drawings. No, art is far beyond that. But when you have the passion, that's why I tell people, when someone comes to me and, Simeon, this art of a thing, I really like it, and I wish to be into it. I'll just be like, is it because of the beautiful things you are seeing, or it really comes deep from your mind? Then I'll leave the person. After some months, if you really have the zeal, you'll come to me again and like, I really want to be into this. So when I started everything, it was still kind of, my mom was still like, okay, hello, how are you? How's school? How's everything? I would just be like, okay, mom, I'm fine. But I got to convince them when I was in my part 2. Yeah, I stopped receiving money from home. And I felt like, hello, Simeon, it's been a while you called us. I would just be like, I'm living with what I do. And just be like, what you do? How? Then there was a break in school. Then when I got home, I started explaining to them, this is how I survive, this is what I do, this is what I do, this is what I do. My mom starts getting convinced that, oh, but this is just for a while. We're talking about future. When you got to the future now, can you live up with it? I said, yes. Just because you people just see art as something mean, and you've seen this roadside artists, what they do, they just take commission pieces of just little penny and just feel like, can I survive with that? Art is beyond that. Art is just as music. And in fact, I'm telling you and I'm promising you, in the next 5-10 years, art will be the next ritual. Yeah, you can date it down. Art will be the next ritual, because you see artists selling works of 10, 15, 50, 100 million.
And, so you are prophesying that in the next 5 to 10 years,
yes,
art will become ritual.
Is what
we've seen a whole lot of events where they auction artworks, and we've seen a whole lot of people want to pay a whole lot of millions of dollars to just get a particular one. But if I may ask, what makes your drawing so unique? I've seen a whole lot of painting in this studio. Okay. I want to ask what makes it so unique.
My drawings, my paintings seem unique because everything I do in art, it's not I just wake up one day and just feel like sketching, okay, let me do like this. Sometimes for 3-4 months, I might stay without working. If I don't have the inspiration, I won't work. Sometimes I will just wake up and just feel like, okay, let me put down something. That is why I have my diary. You can see these roadside artists having diaries, because they believe in, okay, let me just take commission piece. I have a whole lot of works here. I can even say this is my life. Because before I could do anything, I draft here. Then this will be my skeleton, will be the skeletal frame of my work before I could go into anything.
Just like a preparatory to what you want to do. All right, and then how do you relate your character into drawing?
Okay.
Like you want to have a portrait of me. How will you relate me as a character into your drawing?
Okay, firstly, being an artist, I see beyond what people say. In fact, sometimes I tell people I'm not a normal human being, as you are. Because me looking at something, we see, in art, we see one thing in different perspective. If I see a piece like this, okay, you might be seeing a wristwatch, but I might be seeing beyond what you are saying. Because before I could say, okay, this is a wristwatch, me looking at you, if I'll ask someone, just a layman, just like, okay, who are you seeing? I say, okay, I'm seeing a man with dread and everything. I'm seeing beyond dread. Okay, I might say, what has prone him to doing dreads? His beards, why did he keep it? That's why you see, most of my works now, I'm a contemporary artist. Contemporary means modern artist. So if you look vividly through my works, you see I omitted the skin parts. I omitted the skin parts and left the clothing parts and the everything that made up the. So when you see my work, you just feel like, okay, even though without telling you, you could say this is what the character is doing. Someone having a cap with an agbada, even though without placing that, okay, this someone is listening to radio example. Okay, this is an old man, okay, in his late 80s, yeah, listening to news, probably what has happened in the past. Sure, you get. So that is how I relate my work.
All right, thank you so much. Now we've seen a whole lot of things that inspire you into drawing.
Yeah.
I want to ask, how do you survive as an artist, considering the economy of this country, this part of the world? You agree with me that you want to get the paint you are getting at a token before you know how much you get it now. But how do you survive as an artist?
Surviving as an artist is at first it's a very hard and tedious something, but as soon as you are in the game, you understand better things you ought to do. You plan ahead of something that's going to happen. Though fine, our materials are very costly, very, very, very costly. So, but though we live on commission portraits too, sometimes we sell work, sometimes we live on commission. So those commission portraits could be as, okay, plan B. Plan B. I'm also a painter. I paint houses and I help people in decorating homes. That's my plan B. But art sometimes, you might feel, okay, I'm going to make this sale in no time. And your sale could be in 5 years. I think when I was in secondary school then, there was a work I did. Someone bought it just in 2014. Though it was a huge sum. But with art, after many years. So you just have to, we plan ahead. There are works that you just feel like, okay, these are just urgent 2K work. Let me place it online. I will see buyer. Very sure. I will see buyer. And we have some works you keep in your gallery and just feel like, no, it's not your time until you make that resounding name.
Okay, so what are the factors you consider before zeroing on a specific job to put on the market?
Before putting a work into market, you feel like, okay, firstly, you sometimes you view the economic factor then. Okay, what if I place this work on sale? There was a time I placed the work on sale then, just because I was broke. And I got a client immediately. He needed the work and I was like, I'm broke. So I just had to sell the work. But there are sometimes, you have to, you make works and you just hide them and just feel like, okay. In fact, even though the sale comes in the next 10 years, I don't mind. I don't mind. So sometimes, okay, there's a way artists make money now. When you move into art, we have these people, we call them collectors. They are the ones who collect your work. Though it's hard to get collectors, but when you get work, when you get one, you are in a lot of money. So they just be like people who sponsor you. They take work from you. They sponsor your work. They open a show for you. Then, but both of you agree on a percentage. After the sale, your work might be 40, 60 after the sale. Just depending on those who bought it and the price they get it. So after doing the work, to give it to them, they'll be the one going after skater because they have connections. Yes. Instead of, okay, the work I will sell 500,000. When I have art collectors, they know these people. They take the work to them. They might organize the show for you, where they auction your work. Your work might be labeled like
art exhibition.
Exhibition, yeah, you get. So where people will come, wealthy people that have it, people that value artwork. On my own, if I would sell the work, I might just sell it 500,000, but my art collectors could price tag it as 5 million naira. So that is how artists make money nowadays.
You are talking about the way artists make money. Okay. For the sake of people that just do the drawing, they do the art, and they just do it for doing sake, or they are just doing it because they want to do it, or they are doing it because they just felt people are doing it, I can do it also. Okay. How lucrative is art business?
art business is very, very lucrative. Because looking at it, you might be in Nigeria, you might be in this country, and your work will be displayed elsewhere. London, US, Germany, and you will be here. And when the sale come, you are collecting your money soft while you are here. So me seeing people who do art, just okay, let me just do art. I feel, well, most people doesn't have a deep knowledge about art. They just feel like art, I like it. Let me go into it. I just feel like, okay, maybe I can make ends meet through it. That's just the basic reason I could see that people go into art and they just feel like, okay, people are doing it, let me also do it. That's why you see them drawing common things. Art is beyond drawing common things. Okay, bro, let me draw you. You give me money. Art is beyond that. That's why you hardly see me taking commission works. I hardly take commission works. In fact, I stopped. Because there was a time someone wanted to commission me a portrait, and it was, you know, the price I give to this person was a price satisfying me. But this person had to break the price into 3 folds. Okay. Taking one portion that, okay, for instance, I'm doing this artwork for you 60,000 naira, and the person was like, can't you do 20,000 naira? She is just to sketch and do like this. So I got tired of everything.
I have a neighbor that can do it for 5,000.
I have people that can. So, so that kind of thing, I just feel like, let me zero this. I'm not into this again. So if I would take commission portrait, I would just feel like, okay, people would value art. People would know the standard of art.
That's just to do it for. There is this great scientist, Da Vinci. We call him Demon. So with what you are saying now, I'm seeing artists as people that are possessed with these demonic spirits too. Because talking about the way you receive your inspiration, talking about how you come about bringing out work from your sketch. Is my statement wrong to call artists a demon on their own?
Your statement is very right. To call artists a demon. Because I made mention of it earlier that we see the things beyond what people see. We see things beyond what people see. You might be sitting like this and someone said, okay, what are the colors that made up this person sitting down? A layman would just say, okay, this is black, this is white. If an artist will come, artist will say, okay, I can see a reflection of blue. I can see a reflection of brown. The surroundings. Even though if I will make your portrait like this, if I have a photo of you and someone bring it to me that, okay, help make a portrait of this person, I wouldn't paint you brown or true. Because artists have foresight. Like you see things, even though you are not there. I would be able to predict that, okay, with this thing I'm seeing, there should be a blue something around you in your environment, which is this painting. It will reflect on your skin somehow, but you can't just see it with these physical eyes. But if you take the picture to an artist will be like, okay, this person, I think purple is reflecting, blue is reflecting, so we see beyond.
All right, thank you so much, Daybreak Simeon. Lastly, before I go, if you get something like a grant, are you really willing to venture fully into art, or you are still considering doing some other things apart from art?
All my life is focused on art. Any little money, I invest in art. Right. If I get a grant now, I'm investing in art. Because, you know, I have to let people who doesn't know more about art, we have these upcomings. Okay, when they tell their parents that, Mom, I want to go into art, they just be like, shut up. What are they doing there? Art, you know? But when you, aside what school can do, we have some great artists also. They have art workshop where they enlighten the upcomings on, okay, seeing beyond what people see. Art is beyond you drawing someone and collecting money. I
think I will pick it up from there because it's about time we call it a wrap on this interview show. Seeing artists see beyond what people see. To my viewers out there, you've had it all from Daybreak Simeon, and he has told us art is beyond what people see. Art is beyond the profession. It is an act. it is a spirit, it is a motive. Art is about bringing out reality from what you never knew exist. I am Bidemi Moses, and on this note, I will be saying I will see you some other time. Bye.